Welcome to the Daily Download. I'm Kay James, and this is day 4 of our Advent devotional. Okay, so today's story is found in Genesis chapter 22, and our topic today is called The Offering. And this story in Genesis 22 is the story of God asking Abraham to offer his son Isaac as a sacrifice. It's a beautiful foreshadowing of what is coming with Jesus in the New Testament. And here I want to read you a verse from the passage, and it says, God said to Abraham, "Take now your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the land of Moriah and offer him there as a burnt offering." And Abraham was willing to do just what the Lord was asking him to do. And that may sound like something that you and I would never be asked to do, to offer one of our children as a sacrifice to God. But Abraham was willing to do it. And there are some details in the story that are particularly interesting. I have always pictured Isaac as a young child, maybe like 4 or 5 or 6. But on a closer look at the text, we can see a few things that stand out that tell us he may have been a little bit older. And one of the things is that he is carrying the wood up the mountain as they are going to make the sacrifice. And another thing that we can notice is that Isaac is looking around and he realizes, Dad, you're carrying the fire and I'm carrying the wood, but where is the sacrifice? So Isaac has realized maybe something is amiss. And we don't know what it took to get him on that altar, but we know that at the moment that Abraham is about to sacrifice him, God stays his hand. The angel of the Lord says, "Abraham, wait." And Abraham looks over, and there is a ram caught in a thicket. And that is the sacrifice that Abraham is willing to give to the Lord, or that he's able to give to the Lord. And he had told Isaac, when Isaac asked, "Where is the offering for the Lord?" Abraham told Isaac, "The Lord will provide the sacrifice." And so he named that place Jehovah Jireh, "the Lord will provide." And we love this as an example of God's provision for us. So we have a substitutional sacrifice here in the ram that is offered as for Isaac. And then we also needed a sacrifice for ourselves, for our own sin, as an offering to the Lord. And God gave us his son Jesus, his only son, whom he dearly loved, as an offering for our sacrifice. And it's a beautiful story of God's love for us. It's also a beautiful story of obedience. Abraham was willing to obey God in making this sacrifice. And Hebrews 11, which is known as the Hall of Faith, tells us that Abraham was willing to do this by faith, believing that God would be faithful to do what he promised if Abraham was willing to do what he was asked to do. So the questions that we would want you to consider today is, what is something that you need to sacrifice to the Lord? Is there something that he's asking you to give up that you are holding back from him? Maybe it's time, maybe it's energy, maybe it's your finances. Maybe there's something specific that you can think of that comes to mind that you know you need to sacrifice for the Lord. And then the other question would be, do you trust God today to make a provision for where you are in a place of need? God provided what we needed. He provided what Abraham needed. And he is willing and able to provide for you whatever it is that you need today. So we are encouraging you today to trust him, that he is everything that we need. He is Jehovah Jireh, the Lord who will provide, and he will make all provisions for everything that we need. Hope you have a good day. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow.